Hey everyone, y'all know who it is. It's Steph, y'all. I realized that I did not give you a proper recap of SisterSpace 2024. I did collect some video while I was at SisterSpace. I wanted to collect more, but I wanted to give you all a proper recap video of my time and experience there. It was my first time going to SisterSpace, so a lot of times I was experiencing things on my own without recording. I just wanted to take everything in while I was there and really get a good feel for what it was like at this particular women's festival. I had a wonderful time. I met a lot of great people there, and overall it was a really good time. I'm definitely going next year, and next year is the 50th anniversary, so I hope to see new and old folks there, so I'm looking forward to that time. But we're gonna get into the recap of SisterSpace. Let's get into it. So I had to take an Amtrak to SisterSpace because I don't drive right now. So I had to take an Amtrak from New Carrollton to Aberdeen, and from Aberdeen I had to take a shuttle, and it's only a 20-minute ride. So this is Aberdeen Station. It's a really small town. This is Northern Maryland. It's kind of actually Trump country. That's me looking good. And yeah, once I arrived at the site, shout out to Mika, I had to take a COVID test, and then I stayed in this little pink house, and this is me checking out my digs for the weekend. It was a really old cabin. Get your own shower. Well, actually you share it with another cabin. Fortunately, my cabin wasn't very crowded, so there were only a few people there. Then I made my way to the main stage, which is the Whoopi Goldberg Theater. I was helping out the staff, and I headed there for sound check. And before I did my sound check, I checked out Don Drake and Sapote doing their sound check. I had to wait a little bit because they were running over, so I just took some time to listen to what they were doing. They're a Latin jazz band out of New York. That's me grooving to their music. Kind of took me back to New York for a minute. I was definitely enjoying myself, and I was also waiting my turn. Unfortunately, couldn't see mine, but you could see Kathy Fink and Marcy Marxer performing. I went before them. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't have video of my performance, but I was the opener for SisterSpace, and it was really amazing. Got a lot of great feedback, and folks were really enjoying the music that I was bringing to them. I did 7 songs, and I think it went over pretty well. And next, we are getting into Sapote. Sapote went up on stage, they did their thing. They were amazing, Don Drake and Sapote. They had a lot of great Latin grooves. We had a lot of talk about childless cat ladies during these performances. Both acts were talking a lot about that, so we had a lot to say in cat language. So amazing. The sound was amazing. Shout out to the staff. The staff was amazing. Here I am grooving to Don Drake and Sapote, having myself a good old time backstage, working with the sound and stage crew. You know, I had a little time of fun. It was great. Here's the crew in the back. See, we're having a good time. That's the host there. There's Sharon in the middle, and on the other side is Polly, who runs the sound and stage crew. After the show, I went to see Gay Adegbalola perform, who I've seen perform before. I performed with her at BMG Festival last year. I unfortunately did not get to see Stephanie Chin perform, which I was excited to see because, you know, how often do you get to see someone with the same name perform? But I did get to meet her. She was my cabin mate. Shout out to Stephanie Chin. Here I am, second day of performing. I'm in my staff attire, kind of. We're having breakfast in a meeting. That was my food. Shout out to Troy and the staff. And we're in sound check with Mama Marcy playing the bass. She's awesome. And here's Rix and Sharon working out the stage design. I learned a lot here working with the staff. I learned a lot about backstage crew and how hard the job is, but I learned a great deal about striking and how to put equipment away properly. So it was a great time. It was really fun. Shout out to Nina J. I didn't get to see her, but shout out to her. And there is the extraordinary Lourdes Perez. I performed with her at the BMG Festival last year. This was us going live at Whoopi Goldberg Theater.
En este seco corazón tengo un lugar.
Lourdes Perez is an artist out of Puerto Rico. She does amazing ballads. Much of it is politically charged. And she talks a lot about the resistance. She talks about women's liberation. She talks about love, human rights in general. So she's amazing. Shout out to Lourdes. Here's the crew again having a great time dancing to Lourdes Perez. Shout out to Sharon and I had a great time in SisterSpace. She is a big kid. And shout out to Polly. I wouldn't have known about SisterSpace without Polly and Nidra Johnson putting me on. So shout out to both of them. Thank you so much. And here is Ubaka Hill and the Shapeshifters. Everyone was great during sound check. Hearing them live was even better. Trust me. The ladies in the audience were beginning to get up and free themselves. This really was a very safe space to just let go, be yourself. Very non-judgmental, safe space for us all. And as you can see, much of the crowd begins to get up. They begin to groove and dance and just enjoy themselves. Ubaka has that effect on the crowd, it seems. This was my first time seeing Ubaka Hill and the Shapeshifters. I heard a great deal about them prior to seeing this performance, and I had heard amazing things about them, and seeing them get to work on the crowd here was quite a treat. As you can see, folks are just having a ball. Young and old, different races, different backgrounds. It's just a very diverse crowd here, enjoying themselves, enjoying each other's energy, unifying for this beautiful moment. And I was so happy to be there to experience it and be a part of it. To bear witness to moments like this in your life are truly special. It gives you so much hope for what could be, so many possibilities of us coming together and really celebrating each other. There doesn't have to be fighting. There doesn't have to be conflict. We can have differences, and at the same time we can still come together and be one with one another. So this was beautiful. This is the SisterSpace choir singing. This was the third and final day of performances. They were performing here for the afternoon stage. This was by the pool that I was never able to get into. Kind of sucks, I enjoyed swimming. And now we're going to get into Rebecca Loren. She is amazing. She has an operatic background, beautiful voice, and I was happy to connect with her. Shout out to Rebecca Loren.
Dancing in the moonlight. Ooh, you look so good. There's no gas on your mind. You.
Look at them. Look at them dancing to Rebecca Loren's music. I mean, what else can I say? And this is Andrea Narvello. I believe she's from Philly as well. We had a great time during her set, but it was great to hear her perform and impart her perspective on life. I heard so many stories while I was here at SisterSpace, so many experiences, so many lessons taken from these stories. It was great to meet all these women. And now we're here taking down the set of Whoopi Goldberg Theater. Shout out to everyone that put this festival together. It's a monumental undertaking, and I had such a great time. That's my last meal. May not look like much, but it was great. Shout out to the pool. Staring at this pool one last time. The pool that I never fucking got in. It's a damn shame. Bye, pool that I never got in. So many fond memories here with folks. Shout out to the staff. Shout out to Polly. All the new folks that I've met along the way. Shout out to Mama Marcy. Love you, Mama Marcy. And everyone that pulled together to make this weekend a grand success. You've definitely made an impression on me. I have a new perspective on life, on people, what we are capable of. Humanity is amazing, and this festival allowed me to see all of that. So I had such a wonderful time. I will be back next year for the 50th anniversary. Peace.